This is madness. I've just decided to go live because, I feel guilty because I haven't actually put any videos out in a while. Like about a month. I'm not sure what I feel guilty about, but bear with me here. I'm just trying to get the actual video. You think it'll make this easy? Not really sure. Come on. It's not out, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I decided to do. I was gonna do like a video catch up as to what's happened, and then thought to myself, no. So I was gonna do a video catch up, and I thought to myself, no, I'll just go live because I'm out here anyway. I'm stuck out here, right? I'm having to drink this. Unfortunately, I don't drink during the week normally, but um, I've been doing a bit of kegging. Okay, so I don't. My rule is okay. I don't drink during the week ordinarily, with one exception is that when I'm kegging. So if I'm kegging normally what I'll do is I'll pour the first, like not pressure fermenting. I mean normally, not pressure fermenting. I'll pull off the first pint, the first actual probably about a liter, and you get all the crap from the tap, and that, and then I'll drink not all of it, but some of it. But with the pressure fermenting, I'm drinking the end of it. So it's kind of changed about now. It's not exactly, it's not very fizzy. It doesn't look very fizzy there. It's not very fizzy. This is kind of low pressure transfer. It's about five, not more than 7 psi anyway. I think it was about as high as it went. As I let it go, because the only beer, the last beer did was a Kvik, and it was absolutely mental. Hey, drunkula, what is that filth? Well, this is it. This is the beer that I've just kegged. So, I'll finish my shaggy dog story there, and then I'll tell you what it is. So the beer I did before this was a Kvik. You know the one, that Norwegian stuff. So it was like nearly 40 degrees. It was somewhere between 35 and 40 degrees fermenting in the fridge. And it was like, well, bloody that yeast. Are we back? Apologies about that. I think that was my fault. Okay. That was nearly the shortest stream ever. Yeah. So, I can't even remember what I was saying, but yeah, it was basically like a bomb ready to go off in that fermenter, pressure fermenter. It really freaked me out. So I had it like turned away up to like, it was something near 14, 15 psi, which is quite, it seems to me to be quite a lot for a bloody fermenter. Hello. Never did you did lives? Yeah, I do lives all the time. Lives. What are you joking? Yeah, I do sometimes. The problem with live videos is that I tend to drink too much in the live videos. I get a bit excited and drink too much, and then end up completely pissed. But as I said at the start, I've been kegging this beer, and the only exception to the rule for not drinking in the week is if you're kegging a beer, and then that's okay. So what this is, we started this about 10 minutes ago. I still haven't told you what it is. This is a Czech dark lager. So this is one of the five. I put a video up ages ago. Start of the year, five beers I wanted to brew. This is number 3 on the list, and I decided to follow the recipe by, it was the Southern Jesse recipe, which is Luke Stevens' recipe. And to cut a long story short, it's a German kind of lager, German Czech lager but uses like East Kent Goldings. So it's East Kent Goldings, but I've darkened it down. So it's tasting pretty good. It'll be better when it's properly carbonated and conditioned, but yeah, we'll wait and see how that turns out. So anyway, I'm trying to do a video now, just a quick catch-up video, because I haven't put anything out in weeks. I had my brother over staying here for like 3 weeks. He's over from Australia. Never got the chance to really do any videos, and then I just got out of the habit of it. I think there is carafe in it, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I can't actually remember the recipe. I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. No, to be fair, it's all that alcohol I've been drinking. Sorry, I don't. This is the first time I've ever tried alcohol. Sorry, it's all that Coca Cola. That the Coke Zero. You know that stuff. Pepsi Max with that sweetener that just goes rots your brain. That's what's in that. Um, but anyway, so yeah, he's been staying over. I haven't done any videos. Feeling a wee bit guilty, but I haven't actually even been watching videos until I started doing it tonight, which then made me think I should probably put a video out just so people know I'm still alive. And so yeah, so basically I've got like loads of videos. In fact, I'm like drunk there. I've got loads of videos, but I just haven't edited them. So there's like 3 beers on tap there, which I've got like grained the glass on, and I haven't done it. I've got one on bottle that I haven't done either. So I've got at least four brews that I haven't bothered to edit. And I've even done tasting videos on some of them, and I just haven't bothered to edit them. So I will do that at some point. I think, hopefully, um, probably long after the cake kicks. So what I've got is this one just put on tonight. The further I get down, the better it tastes. But that could be because it's going to my head now. That's like 24 degrees in here as well too, which helps or doesn't help, depending on your disposition. So we've got that. I've got wheat beer, which is it was originally supposed to be like an American wheat, and I didn't have any like clean American yeast like USO5, anything like that. So, but I had this like this crystal Weizen yeast, and which is kind of the whole bubblegum and banana thing. And I kind of just thought, frig it, I'll throw it in, and it turned out really well. So it was using Harlequin hops, which was the rest of the packet of the Harlequin hops, which is the newfangled British hop. And it turned out really well. So that was good. So I've got the dregs of the keg left. It's gonna kick any minute. So after that, then I've got the first double batch I did on the G40, which was just a simple IPA. And I split the batch in half and fermented one with the Kvik that I was telling you about, the bomb that went off, and then the other with kind of I think it was like a New England IPA yeast, that type of thing, a hazy yeast. And I dry hopped one with Citra and one with Idaho 7. And I was in my head, I was thinking like this is gonna be like two completely different beers. It turned out not a million miles away from each other, if I'm being honest, which is a bit disappointing. I have tried the Gretel yeast, yes. It is quite nice. The Crystal Weizen yeast was actually the Cross My Loaf one. I'm not sure where it came from. I think Timmy maybe has sent it to me. I don't know. Maybe I've won it in a competition or something. I don't remember buying it, but it was pretty good. I fermented it pretty low, and it still came out with a kind of it's stinking of banana, and then obviously get the hops, and then on the back it was like bubblegum. So I was kind of impressed with that. And then the other IPA it turned out quite similar, slightly different, but not an awful lot. Just a nicer version, basically, of the Quebec one, I think, because it was done and dusted in the keg and drinking it in 7 days, which is ridiculous for me. That's never happened before. And then the other ones I've got bottles, so I've finished the keg and just basically pulled off bottles, and they're in the fridge now. So, and then again, just enjoy them at my leisure, so to speak. So that is where we're at the minute, and we're gonna start brewing again. I haven't brewed in a month, maybe a month. I don't even know, which for me is very unusual. 2 weeks usually at the most. But yeah, so I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing. I would like to do a lager. I've got another bag of yeast, or sorry, not yeast, another bag of Pilsner malt. I had a bag of Bohemian Pilsner malt, and I'm not happy with it. It's always turned out quite dark. So I'm trying some Belgian Pilsner yeast. I don't know what one is. Those Dingemans? Is that one? Southern Jesse, yes, it's the Southern Jesse, but this one is Southern Jesse, but it's not Southern Jesse. It's Cousin Jesse, I've called it. So it's a dark. It's the it's a dark version of that recipe, basically. So yeah, I'm considering. I'm considering doing. I want to do like a New England IPA again because it is like one of my favorite styles. It's always quite annoying because it takes so long to condition. I find it takes 6 weeks before it tastes good, and I want to see. I've never done it under pressure, but I want to see what that's like now. Um, that is one option. Two. The second option is we have the Hop Edition competition coming up. The entries I think open some point this week or next week. So I'm considering entering that and just trying to wing it. Because also with my bag of Pilsner malt that I got, and I've said this a million times, that I'm not buying any more hops until I use the ridiculous amount of hops in my freezer. So I've got a kilo of Talus with the bag of Pilsner malt, of course. Of course it did come on. So I'm considering doing something with the Talus and maybe that Pilsner malt and maybe a few other things just to see. Bonjour yourself. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Just inane ramblings. We've crashed at least once. The stream has crashed already. So yeah, that is. I'm still working out what to brew. I don't think it's going to be a competition winning beer if I haven't already come up with a recipe yet. But we'll see what happens. It's the taking part that matters, isn't it? It's the taking part that matters, and taking that space, that entry space, away from someone who might actually win the competition. That's what we all want, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's what we all want. So yeah, that is basically the two options. I would really like to get more lager on. I want like a full 40 litre batch of hello Frank. Full 40 litre batch of the New England IP or the New Zealand Pilsner, which is just brilliant. That's what I want, because my brother's coming back in August. Not sure when. In fact, I've just thought I'd probably need to tell him, because I'm going over to the London Craft Beer Festival. When's that? It's like the second weekend, isn't it? In August. So yeah, I'd maybe need to tell him about that first. He arrives that Friday and I am over there. That'll be good. I hope I'll be over there anyway. I've still got to book my flights. But I'm looking at every day in the news, it's coming up. Flight cancellations, flight cancellations, flight cancellations. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. So maybe not go with EasyJet, I think is what we're saying there. But yeah, so I don't know. So I think maybe we'll do a brew this week, and then we'll probably do another brew next weekend. And then that way we can do both at the same time, right? So we can do our competition winning beer, our competition wooden spoon beer this week, and then next week we'll do the full 40 litre batch. So the IPA that's in there, there's 2 kegs of it. So it was the first full batch I got. I know we tried it before and then we had the whole fuck up I've lost basically half a batch of 20 litres of beer into fucking outside somewhere. But we got the full thing this time, which is good. So that gives me a little bit more confidence that everything's going to be okay. Plus the fact the last brew day I did, which is this beer, and I wasn't taking any, this might have something to do with it, but I wasn't taking any video footage of it. And it went bloody brilliantly. The whole brew day went absolutely brilliantly. No problems at all. I was cleaning stuff up as I was doing it, as just after I'd finished it. I made notes on all the kind of readings. Didn't miss anything out. Hit my numbers. In fact, I think I got over my numbers. We sorted out a problem for the sparge. Although you haven't seen the video. So basically, every brew with the Grainfather, I've been trying a different sparging method to try and figure out what is going to be the best way to do it. And I finally found the solution on the fifth, I think it's the fifth brew on that machine. This machine, I don't know, I'm pointing over there. There, that one there. And I think I found the answer. Now, I don't know if someone told me this, and I don't know if it's on YouTube or if it was on Facebook, but someone said about using that they use a pizza tray. Pretty sure someone said that. And I tried the pizza tray with this beer, and it works brilliantly. So it basically gives me the coverage that I need, which is all the way around. I tried the tin foil all sitting on the grain itself, but I found that the water was channeling all the time, and it wasn't getting an even coverage. But with a pizza tray, with like a bit of sheet of tin foil over the top, with holes poked in it. What's with me and the tin foil, by the way? It's it's brilliant. You get proper coverage, and then it drips through, and then you can actually turn it up, and then you can get the proper bloody sparge going with the kind of little, that amount of water sitting on the top. Perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So I think we've finally cracked the the sparging on the G40 for once, which is bloody brilliant. Thank God. So anyway, so yeah, there was different methods. I was using like different things. I think I had a stick and a bit of siphon tube or something like that, and I was like moving it around the place, and it was a disaster. But I think we've sorted it now, finally. The colander, yes, I've tried the colander as well, but it was too small. It was only getting me, it wasn't getting me enough coverage across the whole thing, because that thing it's ridiculously wide. The colander would work better on the kind of smaller Robo Brew, but with that one, it's just too big. But the pizza tray, oh, the pizza tray is the answer. So yeah, that is it. Shall I go? Shall we all go and go separate ways, or will we have another pint? It's whatever I can get out of that. Basically, is it's all that's left. No, that's not. That's not. I'm not supposed to drink during the week. The size of the boiler. I mean that. I know. I'm gonna try and find somewhere else to put that. Ideally, what I want to do, well, I'm kind of trying to maximize the space in here. And I've got another one of those shelves behind that. So I'm going to try and put the grain there. And I've got the old HLT, I've got the Robo Brew, which I need to get rid of. And 11 days in and gagging, dry June. Yeah, I know. It's hard, like, isn't it? It's hard, especially when you brew beer. So yeah, with this, I want to put this kind of on the ground, so it's not sitting up like that. Even though it's not like I'm not strong enough, those things there. But yeah, I would like to put it on the ground, and then I can move it about the place. Got a little plant pot roller, that type of thing, and then I can just wheel it in and out. Because that was another thing too with the last brew day, the cleaning process. I've now sussed it as well too, and it was so easy and so quick and clean. So I'm really kind of loving the system now, finally, which took a while. But yeah, as I said, space is at a maximum, at a premium in here, and it's kind of, what do you do? And now I've got a load of grain because I'm panicking. I'm panicking about the price of everything, and all I see in the news is about the Ukraine and the grain. And it's like it's only a matter of time before the price of grain doubles, isn't it? And like a bag of grain is now going to cost about 60 quid, probably, and not just the normal stuff, not the bloody Bohemian Pilsner. So yeah. So I'm buying in sacks now, and I'm buying in bulk, and I've nowhere to put it. I think is kind of what we're learning here. So yeah, But yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. It's kind of, and I want to do something with the. I've always wanted to do something with that tap, which I can't. I need to do something. I want to fix it to the keyser, but the keyser's not right because it's too small, and then the only space is off to the side. So the taps really need to be to the side, and then I'll have space on the other side for that tap. And it depends where the kegs actually are sitting. And yeah, and the other thing is too that with the pressure fermenting, I've noticed with that one. So when I was doing it, it was like 5 psi or something like that. I was trying to keep it low because of the Quebec. This is how we started the conversation in the first place, and then I've just rambled on for the last like 20 minutes. So I was keeping it low for that, but then when I cold crashed it, now I've only done like three. I've only done a couple of like pressure fermenting since I got it. So when I done that, basically when I cold crashed it, it kind of must have went to like negative pressure or something like that. Because when you pressed, because it wasn't when I was sitting at like freezing temperature, you pressed the side of the fermenter, the plastic, and it was like really soft for under the kind of level of the beer, but above it was still rock hard. So it was kind of pressurized the top, but underneath it wasn't. So then obviously the pressure, the needle was like reading zero. So it was probably less than zero, to be honest. So I need to kind of, I never had that before because I never really fermented that low. It was always kind of 10, I think it was like 10 psi the first time. And then it was that crazy Quebec, which is like 15 near. And then it was 5. So then I was thinking like, so when the beer went in, it wasn't really that, it's very low carbonation to begin with when I went in. And then I was thinking maybe I could do something with the keyser because I've got the the gauges there. So I was thinking about some crazy notion came over me that I could run a gas line from there all the way across the roof, right round to the fridges here, and then that way I wouldn't have to move the FV from the fridge over here all the way over to the other side of the room, so that I could keg it. So yeah, that's the next kind of conundrum to deal with, because I never really thought about that. In fact, why would you ever think about that? Let's be honest. Why would you think about moving the bloody fridges from this side to that side? So yeah, I don't know is what we're asking. But basically, it's not even on a table. It's on a box. I've still got that massive box that this monstrosity came in, and the reason I've kept it and not either cut it up or put it in the house is because it's like a table. It's a mobile table. I can bring it in and I can set that thing on it, and then the gas line that I've got going into the keyser fits exactly onto that. And yeah, it's not really an ideal solution. So potentially we could have on one of the gauges, maybe add an extra one, like an inline regulator, and have a gas line going all the way around. How much is this going to cost to put a gas line from there all the way around? It's like 4 meters, 4 meters long and 2 meters wide, I think. So yeah, that's insane, right? It's not just me that thinks that's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going in. I'm going in, otherwise I'll be out here drinking all night. And it's only a Thursday night, so. All I can say is, at least I got a video out. Might not be a proper video, edited and shit like that, but at least it's a video of some description. So it's all I can do. So, yeah, thank you very much. I'm away. Goodbye. See ya. Hopefully I'm going to actually do a proper video next week, but, you know, it might just be me in here rambling again on a live video, because I can't be bothered editing. So yeah, okay, bye. How do you turn it off? I don't even know. I've forgotten how to turn it off. It's that X there, isn't it?